So today I got another fire tank build for you guys, at least more of an updated one. We're going to be utilizing the new Blue Lantern Power Ray Augment while also having the White Lantern Ring as well. Now for those who are pretty much new to tanking, you got to remember that fire tanking is far different than any other tank role. And in this video, I'm going to be doing my absolute best to explain the fire self-healing tank build and how we're still standing even when our health is low. So if you enjoyed this video, then click the like button, comment down below on the next power you guys want me to break down, and subscribe for more. Let's do this. So for your base mods, majority of it is going to be on health for your blues. Now for your support, you could go all resto, all dominance, or just do 2-2. It's really just up to you in the end of the day. Since I'm using fire is pretty broken, so I would just prefer dominance. But again, like I said, you could use resto. It's very hard to die with this power. You really got to be just standing there AFK for you to die with this build. So again, just pick whatever you guys like. It's all about preference. Now for the infinity mods, these are the ones that I have here. So for rejuvenating escape, you actually heal a little bit anytime you use a group breakout, and then the last one has a 10% chance to just stun nearby enemies, so you can have that. And then of course for your white mods, now the most important ones is the ones that you can get on the marketplace. So for your head, you got the ultimate supercharge. For your back, you have ultimate accelerated powers, and then for your chest, you have ultimate hardy, which does increase your health. The ones that you can get free on your base, so on your weapon, you have absorption adapter 5, 4-5 assault. Now for the legs, I don't use flashpoint in this build, and everything else that it gives you, it's not in this build as well. So you can leave this empty if you want, or you can just use one from the marketplace. It's really up to you. We got Tumbling Master on the feet, and then a Power Channeler for the head. So for your augments, we have both Power Ray augments as the Blue Lantern and the White Lantern abilities. I would definitely recommend getting the Blue Lantern at least. If I have to go for preference, I don't know why, but the Blue Lantern abilities are a lot more fun than the White Lantern ones. But those are the two that we're going to be rocking. And then we do have dominance. So you could go resto, but since you're fire with everything that we already had, I really don't think it's necessary, guys. I mean, right now, with the builds that I have, I also have some gameplay that I did not have a healer on last boss, and it was elite, and I was still alive. So you really got to not be doing anything for you to die with this build. And since the DPS are going to be doing a lot of damage, it's kind of easy to lose aggro, so that's why I use dominance. But it's preference at that point. Now for your artifacts, they still remain the same. While I'm explaining it to you, I do want to show you guys some gameplay so you can get some visuals. I feel like visuals help. So for Mystic Symbol 7, this one should be your first artifact. Anytime this thing is active, you got to get hit by a person. It increases your defense by 5%, increases your healing received by 10%, so the healer is going to heal you a whole lot better, and you regenerate a small amount of health based on your resto. And you'll notice when this thing's activated, when the shields, there's like 3 shields that are on the bottom of your character just hovering. So that's your first. So second artifact should be manacles. Now this thing will proc when someone hits you about 30% of your health, which typically is just boss fights anytime they want to one-shot you. And you know it's activated when a Brainiac helmet, it's kind of like a glowing yellow Brainiac helmet that's on top of your character. Now when you're in this unshakable state, you'll absorb 50% of incoming damage. A few of your abilities reset the cooldown, and then all your shields are reduced by 10%. So that's your second artifact. Third artifact should be Circe's Mask. So this one really helps because the shields that we have as a fire tank, anytime it breaks, your incoming healing is doubled. So anytime the healer tries to heal you, everything is just enhanced, which is a good thing. Especially since you're a fire self-healing tank, I think like overall, it's just hard to die, dude. Especially if you have Circe's Mask, you're pretty much just unkillable at that point. So that's for the third one. Now Everyman Prototype and also Lazarus Pit is pretty much just old reliable. This is Everyman Prototype literally kicks in the moment you're about to get one shot, and you should pretty much just die, but you don't, because Everyman Prototype will keep you alive. And you know this thing procs when your character's like in this cool little greenish black materialistic thing. That's when you know Everyman Prototype pretty much just kept you alive instead of you dropping. And that's why I say Lazarus Pit is next, because just in case if Everyman Prototype doesn't keep you alive, then Lazarus Pit gives you an opportunity to revive yourself just once. There is a 5-minute cooldown, so make sure if you are going to use it, it's typically for boss fights. And if the team's going to wipe anyways, do not use it. So this is kind of like your last line of defense. But those are the artifacts that you want to use for fire, and it's freaking awesome. So for your allies, it's super easy. So you got Static for your combat ally. He also gives you a shield that does a damage reduction for about 30% for 10 seconds. Lex Luthor, very helpful. He increases your dominance, resto, and defense for 15 seconds, which also kind of helps the Everyman Prototype art, because you got to be below 50% health. So we know for sure we're not going to die because of that artifact, and that's when Lex Luthor kind of kicks in. And then lastly, we got Superman. So anytime you use that group breakout, which is this one right here, then he gives you the shield. Super simple. All right, now what you guys are going to be specking into. So for your weapon, it is really entirely up to you. You can use whatever weapon you want. Right now I'm using one-handed, but I think I might switch to two-handed. I might as well. But I just get the first page of that. If you don't have the skill points, just get the first one because you're really not going to put any use to it. Now for your super speed, again, it's really just depends on the skill points that you guys have. If you don't have that much, just get speed force and that's it. But right now I do have the knockback recovery and knockback resistance with the breakout protection. And then for your iconic abilities, I think the most important ones right now that you guys can get is the hard light shield, the super strength, and magma vortex. If you don't have magma vortex and you are a tank, I think it's a huge misstep. I think magma vortex is one of those cool powers that when it came out, dude, it's just super reliable. But again, if you don't have it, you're perfectly fine. With the new blue lantern abilities that we have, it practically does the same thing. It just doesn't pull. So for your stat points, we'll go hybrid, and then we'll do the 10-10 route for critical healing magnitude and critical healing chance. Now I do prioritize health over restoration because of the artifacts that we have. Since we're having like an increase for healing the amount, so since the healers are automatically going to heal me more and I'm a self healer, I would prefer doing health first. That way the more health that you have, the harder it is for you to drop and the more hits that you can take. Because remember, like compared to like ice tanking or even earth tanking, they have a lot of shields. They can sit there and block. We can just stand there and just eat up all the hits. So that's why I do prioritize health. Let me know what you guys think on the comment section below first, because I would like to know if someone does it differently, but this is just the way I do. So for the loadout itself, keep in mind we do have the white lantern and blue lantern power ray augment, so the second tray is really going to show that. So for your first tray, we have engulf, which is your pull, backdraft, which is a group pull. We have still flames, burnout, and burning determination. Keep in mind, if you get dropped, burnout is a breakout protection, so I definitely recommend using that first. And then we have hard light shield. So for the white lantern array augment, luminous beam right now is like one of the strongest taunts. So if you're in a boss fight where you're losing aggro and the boss is jumping to a DPS, I would definitely recommend, instead of using engulf, just swap it out to luminous beam and they'll come right back at you. And then we also have magma vortex, which is considered a pull, but you'll also have some armor, which gives you a 10% of increase for defense, and it's a healing multiplier, so you'll be healing there. Now besides magma vortex, you also have beacon of hope, and this one heals you as well. Plus there's a lot of DPS that are using water for the melee build, and if they're doing that, I mean, a lot of people are spamming beacon of hope, so you guys are just constantly just standing there getting healed over time, and that's pretty dope. So besides that, we have surging barrier. So this one's just giving you 3 shields. It's defending you. It lasts a bit longer than the regular shields, which is why I use that. We also have life shield. This is really good because once it cracks, it heals you as well. So I mean, that's pretty much self-explanatory. And then the last one is eternal flame. If in case surging barrier is on cooldown and the only thing I can pop out is eternal flame, then you'll see me use that, so that way it can be immune. But that's pretty much everything that you're going to be using. And to kind of show it off, now I wouldn't recommend using beacon of hope while magma vortex is just regularly active. So I'd pull first and then go like this and then spawn magma vortex, but I'd wait a little bit. So now that we have that armor, you know what I'm saying, just sit there, take the hits, do what you can to heal if you need to, but then afterwards, once it disappears, then you can pop beacon of hope. You know what I'm saying? But it's really depending on how you guys want to play it. If you want to have beacon of hope and magma vortex like simultaneously while you don't have to heal, then you can do that, because honestly sometimes I'd be doing that myself. So what I mean by that is, instead of using your stoke flames or anything to heal you, you'll just go like this. So you can literally sit there while both magma vortex and beacon of hope is activated, and you don't have to use any of your healing abilities. But again, you'll see that on the gameplay. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. All right, so now I'm not gonna lie, this raid is actually pretty easy for elite. I really cannot wait to see what they're gonna do for elite plus, because I think second boss is gonna be the problem. I can guarantee you second boss will be a problem. But I'm not gonna show like all of the gameplay, guys. I don't know why. I think out of this raid compared to anything that we got prior to this is probably the coolest one. I'm just being realistic. This episode was actually really cool, and I'm not the only one who thinks that, which is good.
One of the command rooms is open. Get in and secure it. Another command room's open. Secure it.
The only thing I noticed though, there's a lot of people that just scatter around from the tank. I would just recommend following the tank. If your damage is high, that's a whole different story. But if you're decent, then just, dude, just follow me. Trust me. Or whoever's playing the tank.
You're the best. I am out of here.
I think that's it. Here.
Okay,
Hey, James.
head down to the lower level.
Ooh.
Let's bust these people out of here. Take out the red lanterns. Use the consoles they're guarding to clear a path to the cells.
Boogie.
Spot the guards to unlock the cells they're next to.
Saber, you know that?
Whoever you are, you're my new hero.
My prayers have been answered. Thank you.
Thanks. We must have made him mad.
Oh, shit.
They sent in a big drop it.
Dude, I can't even get up. What the fuck? Holy shit! Close. Oh yeah, that I think that was as clean as it can get. Shit. Feet. I always clip Beacon of Hope and Magma Vortex. And then you can just say like that, look, you don't gotta heal. Because the healer should be able to do it. The rest. I think they need to change the cooldown for Beacon of Hope. I think it's a little too long. Maybe if it can match Magma Vortex, but I think that's just the point. I don't know though. There you go.